Okay, so what's going on?
She's uncharacteristically missing.
This is 50-year-old Matheau Moore. 30 minutes before this, Matheau reported his wife missing, claiming she left the house the night before but never returned. As officers begin their search around the house, however, something about his story doesn't sit right.
She doesn't belong here.
What do you mean it doesn't belong here?
She doesn't belong. I would hate to think. It's just weird.
In the months that follow, detectives chase every lead, determined to uncover what happened to Emily. But the more they investigate, the clearer it becomes to them that the person responsible may have been right in front of them the whole time.
There's truth or lies. That's all there is. You f***ing killed her.
No, I didn't, sir.
Bull.
I didn't.
You murdered her and you threw her out like a piece of garbage.
I didn't.
Well, then tell me where she is.
I don't know.
It's May 24th, 2020, and Emily Noble is celebrating her 52nd birthday. She and her husband, Matheau Moore, drive to a small village outside Westerville, Ohio. That evening, the couple heads uptown to celebrate. They visit several restaurants and bars, drinking, talking, and moving from one place to the next. By around 7:30 p.m., surveillance footage captures them, leaving their final stop and making their way home. The next day, Matt wakes up around 10 a.m. and realizes Emily isn't home. They have plans for a picnic with one of Emily's friends that afternoon, but he doesn't know the details. As he looks around for her, he notices that her purse, car, ID, and phone are all still at the house. His first call is to one of Emily's closest friends, Celeste, to ask if she has heard from her, but she hasn't. Just before 6 p.m., Matt calls 911 to report his wife missing.
My wife, Emily Noble, has been missing all day. Her purse is here, with her ID, her car is here with her car keys, and her phone is here. I don't know what you always, I identified to call you. It's very uncharacteristic for her. No, we had a great day yesterday, which was a day. This morning, she wasn't there, which is not abnormal. But I mean, she usually comes home or just, go for a walk. It's just a very unusual for her to not be contacted. Her phone was there. She always had her phone with her.
Within minutes, police arrive at the condo.
Hey, how you doing?
My wife's missing.
This her?
Yeah.
That's your wife?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I'm her friend.
You look just like her for like a second. I was like, oh my God, there she is. Hey,
Okay.
Matt Moore.
Ma'am, Officer
My
Hollis.
wife,
Hello.
Hi.
Celeste. I don't know your last name.
Brown.
Okay, so what's going on?
She's uncharacteristically missing.
Okay.
Her wallet's here. She carries a wallet, her ID's in there, with some money. Her phone's here. Car's in the garage.
Matt tells officers he hasn't seen his wife since last night. All of her belongings are still here, and it's highly uncharacteristic of her to disappear like this. He insists something feels very wrong. When he woke up this morning to go to the bathroom, he used Find My Phone to track Emily, but he found only her phone and no trace of her.
What made you lost me a little bit? You said you got up, went to the restroom, and you went back to this room?
Yeah.
And then you looked on your phone to see if she was here?
This morning I looked down. Last night I didn't. That's
Okay.
And then, because my prostate, I don't know if you're that age of pee.
No.
I get up in the middle of the night and I can pee. Instead of going back into bed with her, so I wake her up, I just fall asleep on this couch.
Did you go to sleep with her?
Prior to that, yeah.
Okay. Did you call her?
I called. She's her best friend, and I just called her like now. I mean, I've been waiting around all day for her to show up. I called her. We were supposed to be at a party today, a picnic.
What time was that?
Maybe she went there.
What time was the picnic supposed to start?
She didn't tell me. It was a Memorial Day picnic at some time. She didn't tell me when it was going to start. I was just waiting for her to tell me when we should go. I texted her twice and say, hey, we're going to the party. She didn't get back to me. So.
Emily has planned a picnic party, but she didn't share the details with him. Unable to find her, he called the guy whose party they were supposed to attend, but he also hasn't heard from her. The officer then asks Emily's friend when was the last time she saw her.
And when was the last time you seen her?
I came over Friday night. Spent some time together.
Here?
Yeah, I came
Okay.
over Friday night.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And that was the last time you seen her talk to her?
She texted me Friday after I got home, and then I texted her yesterday to wish her a happy birthday. And that was it.
Did she respond?
She responded with a happy birthday, but then let me see what she... So, yeah, it was yesterday at 6:26 p.m. was the last time I got home.
And what did she say?
Well, I just said happy birthday.
Uh-huh.
And then she just sent
Super
An-
positive.
an emoji?
hearts.
emojis.
And that was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her last known message to her was a simple emoji reply. It was the final activity recorded on her phone. Now, with more than 24 hours gone since that moment, the officer's suspicion grows. He wants to know her usual routine.
She forages, she goes for walks, and she picks wild edibles. That's kind of her hobby. She goes around here. It's a real short walk. It's 15 minutes the most. A lot of the time I was like, well, maybe she's just out doing that. But
So is that something you guys do together?
sometimes.
So you would know where we could look if we needed to go that way?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's public. It's on a bike trail. I mean, I don't know why she would stop there. But her not bringing her phone is very odd. She's very, very
But that's not normal. She's
careful. She's a very, very smart, careful person. She does go for walks alone. She's super. She would never leave the house without all that stuff.
Matt describes his wife as a very careful person, suggesting that something must have happened to her since yesterday. The officer tells him this is now an official missing person case. More officers will arrive at the house, and they'll also be searching the nearby public trail where she usually goes for a walk.
So I see that the bed was made. Did you do that or she did that?
That is, I just noticed that. You're right. I didn't make the bed. She did. That bed was made when I got up to that.
A neatly made bed suggests she was here this morning, though the exact time she left remains unknown. Moments later, another senior officer arrives at the house.
This is my supervisor here.
Hey, I just wanted to touch base with you to see if you needed anything.
Yeah, if I can talk to you real quick.
Yeah, he's getting some information from her and then he's going to check one of the trails now.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to my supervisor real quick. I'll be right back to continue our conversation. He's gonna help start circulating the area you told me about. So just give me just a second, and I also want to contact St. Anne's and see maybe if she's over there. Okay? Give me just a second, sir. Thank you.
The officers will also check the hospital for any trace of Emily. It's possible she injured herself and was taken there. Meanwhile, the entire house will need to be searched. Every detail could hold significance in finding Emily.
Can you show me her vehicle? Is it better to go inside or this way? We're checking the hospitals now.
The house,
Mm-hmm.
I would be guessing.
Or did she-
Yes, our doors are always locked. We usually leave this way,
Okay.
garage door, so usually all the doors. She gives you keys in the car.
All right, so her keys are in the car.
Yeah. She's really small. She's 100 pounds, probably 5'2", so her thing's way up.
Okay.
I checked the trunk. I don't know. I want.
Oh, no. I understand, buddy. I did.
I had the worst case scenario in my head. Maybe she did something to herself. So I started
Do you have
looking
any
around.
reason why? That's what I'm, you know what I mean?
I would hate to even think about something.
Okay,
like that.
okay.
I mean,
Because we're trying to put a timeline together, and that's typically the hardest thing for us to do. Because you last saw her, you guys went to bed.
Right.
Then you separated from her when you went in the other room. So there's she has a huge head start on us to try to figure out where she could be. We just called the hospital now. They're checking.
The bed being made would probably mean that she left this morning.
Right. So then I will wonder, how did she leave? Did she leave through the garage door, or did she leave through the front door?
The police now have to put together a detailed timeline of events. They know that Matt left the bedroom at around 12:30 a.m. to use the bathroom. After that, he went back to sleep in another room so he wouldn't disturb Emily. At around 10:30 a.m., he woke up and Emily was gone. That leaves the police with a 10-hour window where they don't know where Emily was or what she was doing. For now, they have to investigate every possible scenario.
How intoxicated do you think she was when y'all got home?
We were fine. We weren't hammered.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. You know, did she?
She does get drunk, but she wasn't. I've seen her way worse. I mean, she wasn't slurring. And
she wasn't slurring. Were you more intoxicated than she was yesterday?
I don't know.
You don't think so? Okay.
I got them checking local hospital.
All right, thanks, Walt.
They're going to check north and south on that trail. I'm going to get a hold of someone from Genoa.
Okay.
If something happened and she didn't have her ID on her.
But she have any medical conditions?
You said a little bit of anxiety, but
Yeah,
she doesn't take the medicine every day.
No, I mean, she's really.
Is that medicine here?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Can you find it for me? I'd really like to know what kind it is.
Matt says Emily would sometime take an anti-anxiety pill, but not every day. Less than a year before this, tragedy already hit their home. Matt's son, Joey, died by in 2019, found hanging in a park near their Westerville home. In the months after his death, Emily took time off work and sought counseling to cope with the loss. Matt also struggled deeply, and the past year had been incredibly difficult for both of them. Officers now have a clearer picture of the family's history. After taking Matt's initial statement, they move through the neighborhood in search of more information. While Emily still hasn't been found, they uncover potentially crucial details from one of her neighbors.
So we found a little bit of information. We still don't know where she is yet, okay? Your neighbor saw her in the garage about between 9 and 10 a.m. this morning. Said she was just standing in the garage. When he was leaving, he saw her. She was just standing there. He said hello. She said hello.
This morning?
This morning.
10 in the morning.
Yeah, around 9, 10 o'clock.
Awesome.
He went about his business.
Yes, John.
51.
John.
Okay. So we know
She's around.
somewhere around.
This small detail could prove vital in locating Emily. Police now know that she was still alive at 9 in the morning. In addition, the officer tells Matt that they have had a prior incident involving her.
We had contact with her within the last 2 years where she was very intoxicated in the middle of State Street. State Street.
Wester.
Where we picked her up and brought her here. Do you know the name of Timothy Durbin?
Back then, a man named Timothy took Emily from the police and promised he would take care of her. Because of this, an officer is sent to his house to check if Emily might be there. This earlier incident doesn't prove anything about today's situation, but it does widen the possibilities, and the police have to consider each one. For now, the police, along with Matt, need to make sure they reach out to everyone Emily knew to see if anyone saw her today.
Where's her sister live?
Out Maryland, outside D.C.
Oh, so far away.
But she knows her friends via Facebook.
Okay,
She
cool.
thought it would be bad. I thought it would be bad. I don't want to call her friends and just make everybody worried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, calling people just seems to be like everybody's just gonna get freaked out. I do have one more phone call to make. I have a cousin that lives just down the road, over here.
Okay.
They wouldn't allow her not to call me. You know what I mean? I have a father that lives in Worthington. I just called him. There's no way that they would just let her do this.
Right.
Get a hold of me. So it just seems odd to call everybody.
Is there any other place she likes to go to?
Yeah, she's got, not without her car.
Not without her car,
She
okay.
She walks. She goes to if there's a path or a place to walk, she's walking it. I've only been here for a couple of years, so I'm new to the place.
Where are you from?
Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. All right, and I also noticed, are you guys legally married? Okay.
From the start of the interview, Matt stays calm. It's unusual since he explains this isn't his wife's normal behavior. To the officer, though, it could still look like a simple runaway case.
Most people will disappear, do the same thing, leave all their stuff, and they just need a break. They just go somewhere. You don't hear from them for a few days, and then we'll get information. Hey, I just needed a break. It is more common.
What do? They just walk somewhere? Or...
In most runaway cases, the missing person usually takes a car. It's very unlikely that someone would simply walk away from home, especially since it was her birthday just yesterday. And when they step into the garage, Matt notices something strange.
What do you mean it doesn't belong here?
Doesn't belong. Where it belongs? Right there. I've never seen it. I just noticed it. Took it and put it there. I would hate to think, I don't know, man. It's just weird that it's here. And I don't know if there was more than one thing on here. That is, everything is so in place.
Right.
Well, why would that be there? That someone did that. I didn't do it.
He's completely certain the wire wasn't there before this morning. As he scans deeper into the garage, he notices something even more unusual. The shoes. They're not where they're supposed to be.
And for these not to be like this, to me means that there were shoes here. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I'm going out. I mean...
No, you're making sense. You're making perfect sense.
There were shoes probably here that she's wearing. And I'm guessing that there were sneakers like this. Those are definitely the shoes she wore last night. Why she left them out here last night?
All these signs point to something more than a usual runaway. What detectives also find strange is that inside the purse she left at home, there are no credit cards. The ID is there, but the credit cards are missing. With this, officers wrap up the initial interview with Matt. So far, they haven't found anything solid enough to trace Emily. She still remains a missing person, and every police department is notified of her disappearance. Police know that a neighbor saw her near the garage at 9 a.m. They also know that when Matt woke up around 10:30 a.m., Emily wasn't there. The first interview soon comes to an end, and for now, they're no closer to finding her. On May 27th, 2 days after she is reported missing, Matt arrives at the station for a more detailed interview.
You were not under arrest. You weren't handcuffed coming in, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
At some point, could we, like, I want to help you. I want to get this going because I didn't do it, and I want you to find whatever happened to her.
Me too.
I want it to happen. But just know that it's a little hard for me if we could sometime, if
I respect
maybe
that.
a point, like
We can take a
out in
break.
the hallway or something. You know?
I get it.
Even though he's told he isn't under arrest, the officer reads Matt his Miranda rights. After this, he asks Matt to write a detailed timeline of events from Sunday to Monday. Once at the station, it becomes clear that Matt's timeline doesn't match what he had previously told the officer.
I've gone through this in my head with the timeline, and some of my times don't line up. I made a phone call when I thought I was sleeping.
Okay.
So, I could try my best, but I don't want to make
But
anything false.
you're human, right?
Yeah, I'm human.
And all I want is your best.
Just know that the times are going to be, might be wrong, and I would hate to give you a wrong time and then be like, you suspect me of something.
I just don't want a blatant lie like the sky's purple.
Absolutely
Something
not.
like that.
It's crucial to establish the most detailed timeline possible. The clearer it is, the greater the chances of finding Emily. It's now been over 48 hours since Matt last saw her, and if police want to locate her, they need to act quickly.
You guys got married 2 years ago?
We got married August, and I had a son.
Any tissues or anything? Drink water? Okay. We know about him. We don't need to.
On the mention of his son, Matt can't hold back his tears. For him and Emily, the past year has been some of the toughest moments of their lives. It's possible this weighed heavily on Emily, who shared a close bond with Matt's son and may have taken her own life. However, the detective lays out his own opinion of what might have happened.
So, I mean, like I said, we don't throwing out any idea of what could have happened. I mean, we're open to every scenario. Okay, we're not ruling any scenario out. Okay, but if you ask me if I had to bet, I feel like there was some foul play involved. I agree with you. I think that if she had committed, we would have found her by now. I think that while she could have had some type of episode and lost her memory, that does happen. It's extremely rare. I would think it's very odd that she would leave voluntarily, leave all of her possessions, items behind, not go to work, not touch a bank account, not take her credit card. So it's a possibility. Absolutely. It's happened before, but very unlikely. Or is she involuntarily missing? And to me, the way it points to, and in most cases that have this type of scenario and facts are laying out to us, that's what I'm kind of honing in on. So my question is, what happened to her? And we know that you were the last person to see her. That's what we know, definitively.
Detectives are almost certain that something terrible has happened to Emily. They know Matt is the last person who saw her, and if they want to find her, they have to get as much information out of him as possible. They need to consider every scenario, including the possibility that he is involved in her disappearance.
If it's foul play, then she's out there right now, and someone is,
A few weeks earlier, Emily has confided in a man over text messages, describing how her relationship with Matt hasn't been going so well lately.
And she said Matt picked another fight with me last night. This was 2 weeks ago. Matt and I are talking and friendly, but it's not the kind of relationship I want. And at the same time, she said, I think Matt is mentally ill. By the way, Matt got really drunk this was February. By the way, Matt got really drunk last night and said some things I don't think he can take back. I'm fine. I'm pretty sure we are not going to stay together. What do you mean by that? Matt picked a fight with me yesterday and said some awful things. I'm not wearing my wedding ring.
All these messages point to a marriage that was falling apart. With this in mind, it could potentially serve as a motive for foul play. Maybe Matt felt Emily was distancing herself from him and growing closer to others, and he couldn't take it. Still, this is only one of many possibilities detectives need to consider.
I didn't hurt this woman. She's my wife. I love her. My time thing was weird. I had lots of phone things. I'm not very savvy with all of it.
Without getting angry at me?
I'm not getting angry at you. I'm just very upset.
Okay, without getting frustrated. And when we see inconsistencies in what you've told us, and I'm not saying you're lying, but we have to try and iron those out.
Then I need to stop making statements because I told you at the beginning of this that I have issues with time frames.
Okay.
I knew I was going to have issues. I'm not lying to you. I know I'm a good person.
Okay.
I know I would never hurt anybody. I know.
The whole time, Matt stands by his word, insisting he would never hurt his wife. However, the detective brings up something that happened the previous year, an incident Emily's friend shared out of concern for her.
I just had concerns because talking with one of her friends, there was a time within the last year where she had bruises on her. And this friend, hold on. Don't eye roll yet.
I know.
Let me get it out. Where the friend was concerned that you were being physically abusive towards her. Help us find her, okay?
Yeah.
We are on the same team right now.
What does this have to do with finding my wife?
Because we have to, when I have people calling in concerned about it today, I have to ask these questions. Yeah. That's my job, is to ask questions.
You had people call in and say that they were concerned, some random person that you don't even know. Yes, Sue, she's a real great one.
Okay, but I'm telling you that clearly you know Suzanne.
Yeah, of course, yeah, she's not to be someone you should be listening to.
But
did you talk to her? It only takes 5 seconds to know she's full.
In this moment, Matt becomes defensive. His arms cross, a clear sign of resistance. He realizes the investigators see him as a suspect, and he doesn't like it. Following this, the detectives bring up the idea of a lie detector, and he insists he would absolutely pass.
Would you pass a lie detector test?
Absolutely. I would want to talk to a lawyer, though. Ask a lawyer.
Ask him what?
If it's, should I take one? I didn't even know if they work.
Well, the bottom line is we're here trying to find your wife.
Right.
And right now...
You want to do it now? You want to do a lie detector right now?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You do it?
You got it.
All right, I'll go grab it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Following this, a detective goes out to conduct a lie detector test. It isn't 100% accurate, but it could give investigators a clearer picture of whether Matt has anything to do with his wife's disappearance.
Now, when I ask you the questions, I just want you to answer yes or no. Are the lights on in this room?
Yes.
Do you know where Emily is?
No.
Did you Emily?
No.
Am I wearing a shirt?
Yes.
When detectives return with the test results, they reveal troubling findings. The results indicate deception on the 6th question, whether he knows where Emily is.
What happens is when there's no stress associated with an answer,
Right. It's
like
totally
this.
right.
Straight to a point.
Right.
When there's not, you get that accordion.
How'd I do? Tell me I did good. Tell me I'm fine.
You did not do good. This one that you picked out,
How can this be?
I'm just pointing it to you. So
You want to do it again?
this right here is one that you picked out. And then that's what the question is.
I need a lawyer, I guess. You guys... I don't know what happened to Emily. I don't know what happened to her. I took it... I failed this test. I failed it.
What we're saying is there's deception indicated, in our opinion.
The deception is evident in his answers. Still, we must remember that the polygraph test may be unreliable. Matt says he is extremely nervous and has felt that way for the past 2 days since his wife went missing.
This appears to me to be very strange, that I would fail something that I know I'm not lying.
You were the last person to see her alive.
I was.
She didn't float into heaven.
She didn't.
Something happened in that
I can't
contact.
believe this is happening to me, right? I can't believe this is happening.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
We just need to understand.
There's something that might have happened to my wife, and we're in here talking to me about it, and I didn't do anything.
Matt, can I?
This is very odd.
I know you.
Are
you
you-
get angry with me about.
I'm not. Now
No.
I'm suspicious of what's going on now.
No.
What am I doing?
Can I?
Is this still a consensual thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Can I leave?
Yes.
You can do whatever
I'm
you
out.
want.
I have to leave.
And you
I
understand
didn't-
how this looks.
I didn't do anything.
You understand how this looks,
Matt, can I ask you one question? You can word it how you want, but her text messages about your relationship, your marriage, were bad.
Right now, the detectives press even harder. They want to see Matt's reaction and whether he's going to crack. They already know he failed the lie detector test, but that alone still isn't enough to arrest him.
No, I didn't.
You, and it was an accident, and we need to get this resolved
It
today.
didn't happen. It didn't happen.
It did happen.
I would tell you.
She's dead.
How do you, where is she? What are you talking about?
That's why we have you here.
People are saying have seen her.
People are full.
Yeah.
Eyewitnesses.
Like that at Wendy's,
Witnesses are the worst.
at Broad and High.
Eyewitnesses are the absolute
How'd that
worst.
work out?
Trust me, I went down there. It was horrifying. And then when I talked to her on the phone, she's like, all right, she got all mad at me. Guys, I didn't do this.
The worst
man.
part of investigation is an eyewitness.
I didn't do this. I didn't do this. I would tell you. I would tell you.
Who did it then?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
That's right.
You don't get up till 11. It's pretty convenient when you wake up later than normal. It's pretty
It doesn't look good.
that she
It doesn't mean I did it.
Can I ask you-
have her cell phone.
It doesn't look
Matt,
good.
can I ask you a
It
question?
No, it doesn't.
I'm not a bad guy.
Matt is adamant in his words. He says he doesn't know what happened to Emily. He doesn't know where she is. And he doesn't know if she's alive. Of all days, the day she went missing, he slept longer than usual. On top of that, investigators find it strange that her phone was found in the exact spot she left it the night before.
You can't convince me that she got up, went around for 3-4 hours, did things around the house, went for a walk, did whatever, and didn't pick that phone up and take it with her. That's the first thing I do. My phone is beside my dresser every day. First thing I do is pick it up. So you know what that tells me? Is that she laid down that night, put her phone there, and she never got back up.
Because those text messages from the last couple of days
That's not
say that
things-
you're full.
things-
That her phone says you're
I'm
full.
done. I have to go.
That thing's full. You understand how this looks, though, to everybody.
You guys,
Yes.
I didn't do anything to my wife. Trust me.
You
I
you
don't
murdered
know.
her and you threw her out like a piece of garbage.
I didn't.
Well,
sir.
then tell me where she is.
I don't know.
Fix it
I
right
didn't.
now.
I didn't. I don't know why this is happening.
Is this yours?
to me.
That's fine.
Okay.
Can I get my phone back?
No.
No.
No, it's going to come with us.
With this, the interview ends. Detectives still haven't found Emily. Matt insists he doesn't know where she is, but his failed polygraph tells a different story. Detectives don't have enough evidence to hold him, so he is free to leave the station. K9 unit search dive teams sweep the waters, and cadaver dogs comb the woods near the condo. Press conferences call Emily's disappearance suspicious, noting her car, purse, ID, and phone were left behind. But days turn into months with no sign of her, and suspicion keeps circling back to her husband, the last person who saw her alive. But everything changes on September 16th, 2020. Two volunteer searchers, part of a coordinated effort, head into a dense patch of woods just off County Line Road, an area previously overlooked. What they discover shakes them to their very core. They immediately call the authorities, who arrive within minutes.
Alright, back out. Hey! Hey! Get them out of here. Set up crime scene tape. Yep.
Officers can't confirm it yet, but they believe the body is Emily Noble. It is discovered on its knees, appearing to be in a hanging position when first spotted by civilian searchers. A USB cord serves as the ligature. Near the scene, a water bottle containing alcohol is recovered, and with the body, officers also locate a vape. Following this, the body is taken for an autopsy, where it's confirmed to be Emily Noble. Yet the first autopsy raises more questions than answers. While it initially appears that Emily may have taken her own life, the report notes multiple injuries to her head and neck, but lists the cause of death as undetermined. Experts document several fractures in her face and neck. The body is then examined by Dr. Bill Smock, a nationally recognized strangulation specialist. After a careful investigation, he rules Emily's death a homicide, concluding that the scene in the woods had been staged to look like she had taken her own life. By late September, police arrest their prime suspect, Matheau Moore.
Which way is he going?
Move! Hands on your face! See him good? I can see him good. Coming up on your left. Look. Matt! Use your left hand and unlock the door! Only your left hand! Put your hands back on your head! Step straight. Is your car in dirt park? It's in park. All right. Step on out, man. Good guy. All right. We're walk up here and rest, all right? Pull them together like the friend. I'm going to pick up the car up here. Is there a box? Somebody got to sit on them? We'll double locks. Oop. All right. You injured at all? Thanks, sir.
Matt complies, bewildered, as officers secure the restraints and tell him he's under arrest. He's then transported, processed, and booked into custody. His bond is set at $2.5 million while he awaits trial. Prosecutors lay out the charges: 2 counts of murder and 1 count of felonious assault. Moore pleads not guilty.
Police have acknowledged that this has been a very long process and a very difficult and painful one for Emily Noble's family and friends. Today, they say the evidence points to her husband. Here's video from just a short time ago of Matheau Moore, Emily's husband, being escorted to a police vehicle. He was mostly silent, but when asked point blank if he his wife, he said, quote, "No, it's a mistake."
In August 2022, the trial begins. Prosecutors argue that Matheau Moore strangled Emily in their home, then staged her death in the woods to resemble a... They present text messages indicating that Emily was unhappy in the marriage, and they call Dr. Bill Smock, a strangulation expert, who testifies that Emily's neck fractures and broken nose can only be explained by manual strangulation, not hanging. On the other side, the defense team emphasizes the absence of physical evidence tying Moore to any act of violence, and they call Dr. Heather Garvin, an anatomy professor, who cites medical literature showing that neck fractures like Emily's can occur by hanging. After closing arguments, the jury deliberates for less than 3 hours. On August 26, 2022, they return an unanimous verdict.
Verdict on count 1. We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, find the defendant Matheau L. Moore not guilty of murder as he stands charged in count 1 of the indictment dated the 26th of August 2022, signed by all 12 members of the panel. Verdict on count 2. We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, find the defendant Matheau L. Moore not guilty of murder as he stands charged in count 2 of the indictment dated 26 August 2022 and signed in ink by all 12 members of the panel.
Matt is cleared of all charges. Jurors later explain that the evidence does not prove Moore's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Some believe Emily may have died by self-infliction. Others suspect homicide, but none find proof that Moore was responsible. 2 years later, Matt appears on a TV segment where a former FBI agent administers a lie detector test.
And thirdly, I sent the data to another retired FBI polygraph examiner for a second opinion. And all 3 independent results agreed. When I asked you about the divorce, you struggled with that. You were deceptive on that. You don't have to talk about that if you don't want to, but I'm just letting you know you struggled with it. You couldn't pass that question.
The test indicates deception when Matt is asked about his marriage with Emily. However, when he is asked if he killed Emily that night, the test shows that he didn't do it. After all, the case still remains unsolved. It is not 100% clear whether Emily's death was a homicide or if she killed herself. One thing is certain, though. The circumstances of her death remain suspicious, and we may never know what truly happened to her on May 24th, 2020.